Sam on transition to the talking screen. And hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing okay. See Chip Sounders in the chat. Hey, Chip Sounder, how are you doing today? Yeah. How's the weather doing over there, Mama?
It's cold.
Yeah, it is supposed to be below freezing for at least the 10-day forecast.
Yeah.
We got a decent amount of snow. Somebody said it was like a little under a foot. Somebody else said that they got a little bit more than a foot where they were. It didn't seem like a foot where I was, but I didn't go outside to check. So somebody came
Yeah.
by our house and offered to shovel for $150.
I did mine all by myself. Well, no, not all of it by myself, but
Yeah. Chip
taking out
Sounder
my car.
says. Chip Sounder says massive high pressure system. So that's in reference to the weather, I believe. I never remember, and I don't know if I ever properly learned which way the pressures cause temperatures and stuff to do. I know pressures, yeah, pressures cause weather events and stuff. It's quite frustrating. But I don't know if quite frustrating is the right term. Weather just is, and sometimes it gets in the way of things I want to do or need to do, or stuff like that.
And sometimes it just gives us a couple days off work with pay.
Exactly. Yeah, my work actually closed today. Although most of the people at my job get to telework when weather is, and I got to telework too. Um, and yeah, my partner also got to work from home today. Chip Sounders says low pressure wind circulation is counterclockwise and high pressure is clockwise in the northern hemisphere. Interesting. And then do you know how you're saying that the high pressure system is what's bringing the cold to all of us? Would a low pressure system bring in heat, or is it also just simply it moves the weather around, and whether it's heat or cold doesn't really matter? I just remember, like, on the weather forecast people, they'll be like, there's a low pressure front coming this way through, or a high pressure front coming this way through, and never really understanding what it all meant, because it either meant that there was school or there wasn't school. I only ever now really look at weather forecasts if it's supposed to be like tornado-y. Anyway, I don't really have anything else other than the weather to talk about, which, sometimes the weather is weathery. But I don't know. Whether or not the weather is fun to talk about depends on the outside. I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to share, Mama?
No.
Then let's get to some
Nope.
puzzles. So, first puzzle today is going to be Big Cage, Little Cage by Chip Sounder. I'm just going to put my chip sounder in the chat. Big Cage, Little Cage by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9, once each in every row column in a 3x3 box. Digits in a dotted cage sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage without repeating a digit. Digits on the gray line must read the same forwards as backwards, and cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive, and not all dots are given. All right. Chip Sounder says, if we get low pressure, it usually means windy, rain, and unsettled. This one here removes the one from the 5 cage. We're missing 5 from this 40 cage, whether it's the digit 5, or wait, no, that has to be the digit 5, because it's 8 cells. So we have 8 different digits, and if we had 9, that would be 45. So we're missing the digit 5 from which means 5s look like this. And that's also true in this one. So we get 5s looking like that. Another 5 removed from this. Oh, it would help if I did the puzzle. I don't know. Does that mean that I need to start over? I should probably start over. I'm not that far in.
I can see it on my screen.
Yeah, but
I just wasn't looking at my phone screen.
yeah, exactly, Chip Sounder. First try. All right. So first puzzle for today: Big Cage, Little Cage by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column in 3x3 box.
And
Digits in a
yes, it would have
dotted
been the
cage.
first try because, you hadn't.
Digits in a dotted cage sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage without repeating a digit. Did you have more to say, Mama?
No.
Okay. Digits on the gray line must read the same forwards as backwards. Cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive, and not all dots are given. So the first thing that I noticed was this 5-cell cage. Excuse me. This 5 cage here with 2 cells in it. So that has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. This one is going to remove the one from the right-hand side of it. And then there are 3 8-cell 40 cages. And if they were 9 cells, that would include all of the digits, because we do not have any repeats in this one. And so they cannot have a 5 in them. So 5s are going to look like this in these 4 boxes. 2, 3, 4, and 7. And then in box 8, it's just going to look like this, but it's not quite as helpful. Although, looking in box 8, if I look at these two here, this is a black Kropke dot, or just simply a black Kropke, and cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other. And so I can't put a 5 on there, because you can't do half of 5. 2.5 isn't a valid Sudoku cell value. At least in most puzzles, including this one. But also I can't do 10, because that's also not usually valid. So there is no 5 on here. So I'm going to end up with a 5 in here, and it can't be inside of a 10 cage, or at least a 2-cell 10 cage. So we have to have this 15 that has a 5 in it. Aside from that, there's this long palindrome here. Might be
Well,
interesting to paint it.
going back to the crop keys that you were looking at for to eliminate the fives. If you notice on that palindrome, one is double the other, therefore, yeah.
Yeah, I did miss that. The fact that one is double the other and that they're also consecutive. The only way to get that to work is one doubling two. Oh, well, that's going to make the 7 a 3-4 pair. Making this 3 or 4. Well, if I look at purple and green, those two must be different, and they must be on the right side of box 9. But I also see that yellow and red are in here, and they are not green. So the last cell here must be green, but yellow or red, one of them is purple. So I'm going to make that a yellow-red pair there. Blue is one of those 3.
And since blue is also on a black crop key, and it's in a 10, um, yeah, never mind. It wasn't what I was thinking.
And unfortunately, the other side of it isn't in there as well. Although it wouldn't work anyway, because that would be a multiple of 3, the sum. Too many values, so I'm going to go ahead and take those off.
Yeah. For some reason, I was only thinking of the larger digits.
Now, looking in box 1, there are 2 10-cell cages, which, as you just mentioned, has a small value and a large value. And then there's a 5 cage, which is going to be 2 small values. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 small values. That means these two have to be 6, 7, 8, and 9. Or more accurately, they're high values. 2 of 6, 7, 8, and 9. What else to think about? Two in this group. 1 in that group. I have a little mark since I'm remarking on it. This 15, we know has a 5 in it. It can't be 1, 9. So we have 2, 8, 3, 7, 4, 6, and 5, of course. This one cannot be an 8 because neither of these two can be 2. But aside from that, I guess one thing we know is that these two sum to 10. Which means you have 1s like this, and then 9s like so. Because either the 1 is here, placing a 9, or the 1 is here, or here, placing 9 in the other. Chip Sounder says to look at columns 1 and 2. Looking at columns 1 and 2, Well, this 40
Yeah.
cage has to include a 1. And then this one takes it out of here, so it's one of these two. And if we look at these two, go ahead.
I was going to say, more to the point, what's left over once you remove the 40 is 50.
Mm-hmm.
40, 35. Because there's remove the 10 cage, remove the 5 cage. Those are 35.
30.
Minus the 1 is
29.
29. 29 in 4 cells. Although
Well,
they're
there's
not
also
all.
5, so that'd be 24. So even if these are an 8-9 pair, that can't be a 6 here.
Oh, well, and that can't be the 5 in it, because those 3 sum to 24.
Yeah, but the 5 is one of these two. So I just removed one of them to say
right, yeah.
the 5.
Right, yeah.
So we can remove 6 from here. I think this still has to be 6, 7, 8, 9. Because if I make a 9 here, 24. I mean, it's going to have to be. No, it's 15 left over.
Yeah. Because you can do 6 and 2 9s.
Yeah. Anyway, the 2 1s here, the one at the bottom is between 2 crockies.
Right.
And so if I place the 1 here, well, the only digit consecutive with 1 is also the only digit that's double 1. So that can't be a 1. That forces a 1 here, giving us a 2-3 pair. And we get this one has to be our 1-9. And then we lose 9 and 6. Because the 2-3 pairs was 7-8. And this is 4-6.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
If this was an 8, no. If this was a 9, then I could have 6-9. But I lost the ability for this to be 9. So now because these are still 29.
Right.
And an 8 and a 5 is 13, leaving 16, 7, 9. And a 7 would leave 17.
Well, and the
8,
3 in column 1 cannot be 7, 8, 9. 24, which would leave 5 left over. Yeah. So the 6 has to be in that.
No, the 6 has to be in the 40.
Oh, right. Yeah, never mind. Green. 24.
Yeah. And also, if I did put a 6 down here, that would have to be 6 and 9 for 15. But to get to 24, or 29 with the 5 included, I would need another 9, which we just removed.
Right.
Because the 2 1s. Now, this can't be a 2-3 pair, so the smallest digit is a 3. We lose 5, 7, and 9 from the center because error. 5, 7, and 9 are removed because the black dot, which has one digit double the other. 5, we already discussed, cannot be on there because half of 5 is fractional. And double is more than 10, or more than 9, more accurately. Because 10 is, while not greater than 10, is not allowed.
You can't have two. You can't have 3 in between, because consecutive would have to be either 2 or 4. It sees 2. Well, no, that would work.
Yeah, it sees 4.
Well, no, because double 3 is 6, and you can't do 6, and you
Right.
can't do 4 on the other side, so that can't be 3 in the middle.
Meaning this is even, so our consecutive digit must therefore be odd. And this could be a 3, or a 4, or a 2 or 8. Although this can't be 2, 4, and 3. It could be 2, 4, and 5, though. Oh, except we know there's no 5 in the 40 cage. So if this was a 2, it would have to double to 4, but then that would have to be consecutive of 3 because I don't have a 5 in this cage. But a 2 and a 3 breaks that. So 2 is not allowed. So this is either a 4-8 pair or a 3-6 pair. But also, I've got 1 here and there, 5 here and here. This 7-8 must also appear in this 40. But I guess it doesn't have to be. I mean, we know for sure it's not in this group. So that 7-8 is one of these 3. Oh, I guess I'm going to look at this 2 real quick. This 40 cage has to have a 2 in it. Well, it can't be in the same box as this other 2. Can't be in the same row as this 2. And we ruled a 2 out of this one, so this is a 2. So now we get 2 as being one of these 2, and that 3 and 2. Which means the 3 has to be over on this side. And if this is a 4-8, then that would be a 3, so you couldn't have the 8 on top. Or it's a 3-6, which pairs with a 7. Either way, I have to have either the 7 paired with a 6 and a 3, or an 8 paired with 4 and 3. So that's a virtual 7-8 pair, and this becomes 5-9. And go ahead.
That would have. Never mind.
This one here cannot be the same as this one here, because we know the only cell that's missing from the 40 is a 5. So if this is, I'll make it purple just for illustrative purposes, and this one orange, then one of these 2 has to be an 8. So this one cannot. So this is our 3, 6, 7. So this one's 8, and that one's 7, and I can remove the coloring. That way it doesn't conflict with what's over here on the right. Although I just realized I don't have purple over there. This one's 4, that one's 6. And what are my 4 remaining digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, can't have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These 2 aren't 2s. So I guess the rest is
Can't
present.
have the 9 in box 7.
Right. This 3, 4 takes 4 out. It's left over in box 7, 4, 8, and a 6, I think. Four, 8, 5, and 3. Yeah, although 3, 4 isn't there.
Well, in box 9, the top row is 1, 2, and 9. Because we know 1 and 9. Well, no, I guess 9 doesn't have to go up there. Because 9 could go in the center.
It's 1, 2, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 8, 9. Not 1 or 2. So not 8 or 9. Because we know that these two sum to 10. And
Right.
if we know that 2 has to be in the top row, just like 1 has to be in the top row, then that leaves 8s in these 3
Right.
along with 9s.
Which
This is going to be
eliminates
4, 6, 7.
the 15 cage can't have an 8 in it anyway.
Yeah. And then Chip Sounder says, how is row 8 and column 8 and 9? Well, the big problem is that this 40 cage has to have a 9 in it. And that 9 is going to align with the 9 here. So now that removes the 9 here, making this an 8 and a 2. Now, we do still need an 8 in here, but that's just fine without a lot of
Right. So now we know blue is 2. And it's got to be on the other side of that crop key. It can't be a 4 because there's a 4 in the row, so it has to be a 1. Red is 3, 4, or 6.
How does this one move? Is it because of that?
I don't know, but the 1 resolves the 1, 9, 10 cage.
Yeah. Just a little confused how the conflict checker is seeing 1 there. Oh, it's because of the box, silly me. They're in the same cage.
The cage. Yeah. But we know yellow is 1 or 9, and it can't be 1 because there's a 1 in the row. No, it's 9. Yeah.
4, 6, and 9.
Green is 4, 6, or 7, but in row 6 there is a 6, so it becomes 4 or 7. Why do we have 3 green?
Because we know that this one is also green
Oh, right.
because of these
It
two,
yeah,
and it had to
because
be
it
over
was
here.
right. Yeah, I forgot. Unless it wasn't on the palindrome anyway. But red is 3, 4, or 6. It can't be 3 because of row 2. Which resolves the 10 cage in column 9.
4, 6, 4, and 6. 5, 7, and either 6 or 8. So let's go here. It's not a 6 here because the 6 in the row. So this one is 6, and now I have 6 as either of those two. I guess it gives us 6 as one of these two. It's not impossible for orange to be a 6, so... Where's the 4 in row 3? Well, since green is 4, gray can have to be 4.
Column 4, the 4.
Has to be here. I guess it was ruled out of all these. Alright, what's remaining here? Well, 1, 2, 4, and 8 force this to be a 3, 6 pair. This one's the 3, that one's the 6, because the 6 over here, making orange 6, and this a yellow 9.
And the 11 cage in column 8.
Is 6 paired with 5. 7, 3, 5 pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's 8, so 7, 8, 5, 4, 9 pairs 3, 5 is gone from those two, 8 are gone from these, 8 here, 6 there, 4, pair of 7s, 5, that's 6, 6 please. I need to replace the keyboard on my laptop. 5, 3, and 7 if I can count, which is not always true.
Row
1, 2,
3.
7.
Oh, sorry, row 4. 2, 9, and it's resolved because of the 9 in column 9.
Remove coloring. Still need a 5.
9 in column 5.
An 8 it looks like. An 8 here, and a 1 to finish the puzzle. There we go. Alright, then let's get into puzzle number 2. Stolen Dots by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Digits in a dotted cage sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage without repeat. Cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other, a 1 to 2 ratio. All dots are shown. There is a negative constraint, and digits on a thermometer must rise from the bulb end. And that is an interesting number of dots for all dots being given. So, if I look at this 6 cage, normally it would be 1, 5, or 2, 4. However, if I used 2 and 4, that would be a 1 to 2 ratio. One digit double the other. 2 is double 4, so they can't be next to each other. So this is a 1 and 5.
So is the one in row 9.
5 there. The 9, the smaller digit cannot be a 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 being our smaller digits, not a 3. 4 would pair with 5, so that would be consecutive. So this has to be 1, 2, 7, 8, but we already have 1 in removed, so that's a 2, 7. 12 starts with 3, 4, or 5. The 4 and the 8 would be double each other. So it's either 3, 9 or 5, 7. The top isn't 5, so the bottom isn't a 7. 11 isn't as big of a deal. This
Yeah, it just
9
can't be
cage
5, 6.
has to be 2, 3, 4, or we can't put the 3 in the middle. Or no, we'll have, wait. There's no 1. This one doesn't work. Unless the cages are allowed to have. But I can't put 2, 4, or 3 next to each
Is
other.
it just well, it only mentions black dots.
So that black dot has 1 digit double dip. In that case, well, it's a good thing the 4 5's removed by the 1 5 here. But yeah, okay. So if since I read into the rules more than was there, it's I appreciate the correction. Then that does work. A 3 is allowed to be next to 2 or 4 if there is no consecutive negative constraint. So that helps out quite a bit. The 9-cell cage here, well, this one's a little easier. It does not have a 3 in it, which means it has to be 1, 2, 6. Because if it didn't, because we know we have to include 2 from 1, 2, and 3. And because of that,
Right.
Since there's no 3, I have to do both 1 and 2. There we go.
And the 1 and 2 cannot be together
Right.
because they are
One's double the other.
1 to 2 ratio.
9 cells, or excuse me, a 9 cage and 3. Well, it can't be 2, 3, 4, so we have to include a 1. But it could be 1, 2, 6 or 1, 3, 5. Not sure if it's an issue or not. This 10 cage, 3, 4, and 5 is 12. So it has to include 1 or 2. And it's going to have to be here. If I used a 2, it would have to be 3 and 5 to make 8. And if I use 1, I have to make 9 and 2. And that would be 3, 6. Well, it can't be 3, 6.
7. No, it can't be 2.
Yeah. It would be 4, 5. So yeah. So 1, 4, 5 or 2, 3, 5 is the options we have to use.
The 15 cage in box 7
Mm-hmm.
cannot have 1, 5, 2, or 7 in it, which leaves what options?
3, 4, 6, 8, and 9.
Well, you can't take
Nine's not
6
going to
out of
work.
those, so yeah. So 3, 4, and 8.
Right.
So 3's in the middle and 4 and 8.
What's left over here? Got 2. 6, 7, and 9. I believe that's
Well,
right.
7 has to be in box 4, has to be in column 2 because of the 2, 7.
Right.
in which
Fine.
the 11 cage in row 3. The left side
5, 6, and 9, I think.
yeah,
Leaves 2, 5, and 6 on the right side. $17 and 3. Can't be 1 and 5. Can't do both 2 and 7. Because of the 9 cell over here. Or the 9 cage, rather. But otherwise, do we have enough options?
in
And
column 5,
Mm-hmm.
box 5, yeah, 3 can't be next to 6 because of the I forgot to remember to look at that stuff.
Is the 6 required? It sure is. If I didn't have a 6, then it wouldn't work. Okay. Interesting. Means if there is a 3, it's not the center digit.
Well, there can't be a 3. Oh, yeah, 3 and 6 would be separated by the 8. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking.
Chip Sounder asks, where are 3 and 4 in column 2? Well, the 3 for sure is up here. I also
So
see
is
the
the 4.
4s with it. So, this
And
5 is removed from here.
yeah,
So we have what, 6, 9, and
8.
8 left over? Hmm. Three. Can't double the 6.
4 or 8. Oh, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking.
Unfortunately, 2 and 8 can be adjacent.
Yeah, I for some reason I don't know what I was thinking.
I was trying to think about how that would work too.
Box 6, the 9 cage cannot be 1, 2, 6 because it would break the 1 or 2 in the
Right. So then it has to be 1, 3, 5. It's going to give us a 2 and 3, 5. 4 here, a 2 there. 4 is going to remove 8 as an option. 8 will now have to be here, which cannot be next to 4. This is 9, 3. The 4 and 5 remove the 8 and 9. More stuff happened because of over here. Not seeing it. So I'm going to say no for now. One, 3, 5 removes 5 paired with 8. And 1, 3, and 5 aren't going to be adjacent to each other, so
Well,
this 10.
not a 1-to-2 ratio.
Right. They're not going to cause issues. Although what I can do is see this 1, 3, 5 and this 1, 5 possibility and say that doesn't work. So those two go like so.
Yeah,
I'm
that
missing
10 cage at the bottom of column 5 that you were just looking at. 1 and 9, 3 and 7, and 4 and 6 are all eliminated, so it has to be 2, 8. Which
So now
leaves
the 4
1,
cannot be here.
3, or 1,
Actually,
4, and 7 in the column.
4, 7. 4 is removed from those. It's placed here.
Eight can be placed in box 5 by the negative restraint.
6, 7, 9 to finish the row.
7 and 9 is left in the box 5.
6, 8. 9 pairs with 2. 6 here. 6 is out. 2, 6. 2 can't pair with a 1 next to it. Because 1 is half of 2.
The 1 in box 1 can't be next to 2 in the 9. Yeah, H, that's the word.
One, 3, 5, 2. All sixes. Well, 2 can't be next to 4.
The at row 1, the cage at the end that has to have a
Is
6 in
17.
it. What was it's 17, okay. So 11, 3 and 8, and 4 and 7 is out. So it would have to be 2, 9.
Uh, 4 and 8, I
8,
think. 1, 5, 6.
6.
Not seeing any conflicts with the negative constraint. It's left over in box 8. 3, 5, 7, 9, and 6. These two aren't 3. This one's not a 3. Not 5. 6.
Can't have 6 next to the 3.
Right. 6 left over in 3 places.
Row 2 is left with 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't have. Yeah.
Well, 6 is actually gone, because it has to be one of these two.
Oh, right.
And it's also in the 17 cage in here. 6, 9, 7, 4 as well. This 2 removes 1 as a possibility. One's here, 2's here. This one can't be a 2 because there's a 2 here, but also if it wasn't, this 4 removes it. 4s are also in the middle here. 1s, 4s, 2s, 8s go along the bottom. Don't see anything else that's in both of these boxes already. Mm-hmm. 5, 4, 1. Make that a 2. And that's 7. Chip Sounder says the 13 cage in box 6. Can it be 6, 7? Well, I don't see why not.
It can't. Because if it's 6, 7, it puts 4 and 8 together.
It sure would. One of these two has to be an 8. That's not a 4. And now these all have to be high digits. So there's 4, there's 9. None of those are 9, so 7, 8 pair makes a 6. 7, 9 over here. 6 is gone, 9 is gone, 4 is gone. We already knew 4 was one of those two. This one isn't a 4, and then, of course, 4 and 8 can't go next to each other. We already talked about that one. 7's not here. It's here because of these two 7s. One of those has to be a 4. It can still be either one. Now, what could this cell be? 6, 8, 1, 4, and 2 are all gone. 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. Well, 2 7s here means 7s are one of these three. I'm not seeing that as particularly helpful. Excuse me. What about this now? 5, 4, 2, and 8. 3, 6, 7, 9. Well, 3, 6, 7, 9, and an 8. 7, 9 is removed here, 6 and 7 from there. 3, 6, 7, 9, and 8. Now we know 4 can't be in here, but we already knew that. If this was 7 or 9, there's enough wiggle room to keep 3 and 6 apart. Right? Well, 6, 8, 1, 4. Neither of them is a 7, and the right can't be a 9. 3, 8. These two aren't 7. The left isn't a 6, and the right isn't 4 or 9. If this is a 4, this is a 5. If this is an 8, that's a 5. This can't be. So this has to have a 5 because if it wasn't, it would be a 4, 8. So we can remove 5 from all of these. But we can also remove it from these two. 3 here, 3 not there. 3's gone from here. Five's gone from there. Well, now what? And I miss it. One, 2, 3, 8. 4, 5, 9. Not
Box 9, if the center digit is 4.
2 and 8. And 1 then. Four, 5, 8, 1, 6, 9. Wait, what? 6, 9, 2. That's a 6. That's an 8.
Does
That would
that
have to
break
be a
column 8?
5. Let me get rid of all of the superscript. If this was a 4, then 2, 8, 1, 5. The 1, 3 pair, the 1 would not be there. So this would be 1. 8, make that a 1. 2 is going to make that a 6. And a 5 remaining. 4, 5, 8, 9, 2.
Oh, it doesn't break
3,
it.
9.
Okay. That's 7 over 6.
6, 7. 3's up here. No, that one's not. Make this one a 7. A 3. A 6. A 7, 9 pair. This one's the 9s. This one's the 7. Well, that looks like the solution.
Okay, yeah, well, that's just because for some reason I couldn't hold I couldn't hold the numbers in my head right. And I was seeing that it was breaking something, but it wasn't because I think I was seeing a 6 where it shouldn't have been.
So,
Because I was seeing like a double 7 in column 8 or in column 7 down there in box 9. It's like something is that's why I had to see it.
yeah. Is there some other way to go about, instead of just simply asking, if this is this, is there something more clever or more. Is there something we're supposed to see other than just.
Can this one be that?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have said in box 3, can the center digit be 4?
But that ends up
Because it
being the
has to be
same.
one of those. Yeah.
I mean, it does have to be one of these two. So it's either here or it's there.
But does the other one break it? Because it has to be 4, 5. 6, 1, 5, 8. Yeah, that's 8.
Have a 9 here. So that would be 1. This would have to be 3 because 9 and 2 get removed.
And that breaks it. So
So,
that one cannot be 4.
given these three, you can't put 1 and 2 next to each other. But is that... I don't know.
Well,
4,
we
5,
know if
8...
that's 4 that it breaks that one, so.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I could keep coming up with, or if I could come up with something that doesn't feel as much as like, if this was that, then... It's always my least favorite thing to do the whole just randomly saying, if this was a 1, perhaps, and seeing where that eventually leads to a contradiction. Which is why, when we followed this being a 4, and that got to the solution, why I didn't just punch in the solution. I wanted to see if there was something else. And asking if this was a 4 led to a contradiction, but I'm not sure if it feels to me as any more satisfying than asking if this was 4 and then getting to the end. So, I don't know. Because I was trying to come up with something that isn't... I don't know exactly how I'm trying to phrase the things I'm trying to say. With that, I don't have anything else to say about this puzzle. So, puzzle number 3 for today is going to be Finale by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and 3x3 box. Digits in a dotted cage. Without repeat, sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. And cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other, a 1-to-2 ratio. Adjacent digits on a green line must differ by at least 5. Get the link in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. Let's get started. Well, 5s are pretty straightforward. There's a whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, missed this one. And since this is a low digit, this one's being a high digit. 4, 5, 6, 7 pair. This 9 is interesting. Not sure I know exactly what to say about it though. 7s. 3, 4, 5, 6. The black dot here is a 1-to-2 ratio. It's going to remove 5.
Look at the
15s.
15 cages.
They're sort of similar to the
There's another one.
5s.
There's one in box 5.
Get all of them? 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this black dot here, we're just going to remove 7 and 9. So 9 pairs with 6, 7 pairs with 8. So this is 3 or 4.
Which
And then
pairs with
opposite
the
this.
box 5, or the 5 cage in box 5, yeah.
Right. And you can't put 1 or 2 in a 20 cage. Because 8 and 9 is 17. You need at least 3 more. Well, the smallest digit has to be at least 3. Given that if you did an 8-9 pair, that would require.
Right.
So this is 1 or 2.
So it's going to be 5 and 15. That 20 cage, the 5 has to go in the 20 cage.
Right. It's not here.
540. Well, and the last 2 in that row sum to 5.
This one can't be 1 or 2. So this one must be. Uh, 3 or 4 in a 20 cage means this is 7, 8, or 9, with a 9 required. 9 can move from down here.
Row 3. 5, 13, and 5 is 23, which leaves 22. And 5 is the minimum. 5, 8, 9, 6, 7, 9. Yeah. Never mind.
This has to be 3, 4, 5, or 6, because if this is a 4, then this has to be a 2 and a 3. If this is not a 4, then these 2 are the 2 digits from 1, 2, and 3. And then this one would have to be 4, 5, or 6.
Right.
Okay, this green line here, because they differ by 5,
Oh,
one
you can
side is a
place
low
5
digit.
in that box.
Oh, that's true. Because it can't go on here, can't go in the 10 cage, can't go here, here, and it can't go on the black dot. But also, since one side has to be low, the 5 here has 2 low digits, and a 10 has to have a low
Right.
digit. That means this has to be a high digit. Can't be 7 or 9 on it. This is 3 or 4, and this is 6 or 7.
And that's 4 low digits in row 1.
1, 2, 3 could still have. Well, actually, I have to have a low digit on here. 1, 3,
It'll be
4,
3 or
6.
4. It can't be 1, and it can't be 2.
Right.
And that, nope, that's only 3 low digits.
This has to have a 6 or 8 on it. This has to have 6 or 8 on it. So these two can't be 6, 8.
Right.
Oh, the 15s remove 6 as an option. 1, 3, 4, 5. Hmm.
Well, row 9 currently has 3 high digits. 10 cage has a high digit.
So everything
Can't
else
put
has to
5
be
on the
lower
crop key.
5. I'm not going to go ahead. I'm going to leave this alone for a
Right.
moment.
Column 7 has, look at the low digits.
There we go. This one is not a 3, so, or a 4.
It's not a 4. Yeah.
So this can't be a 4. It's either a 1, 2 pair or a 1 and a 3.
So it
So
has to have a
1's
1 in
required.
it.
Oh, this has to have 3 or 4 in it, and that has to be 3 or 4. So this can't be 3 or 4. This 7 cannot be a 3, 4 pair. It would break this cell and that cell. Chip Sounder asks, can 6 go on the Whisper in box 1?
1 and 6.
Well, I know 3 and 4 can't, so the low digit is 1, 2. And so the
Well,
high
if
digit could be any of the digits. But I either need a 6 here, which pairs with 3 and 7, or if this is a 4, 8, 4 pairs with 6. You can't put a 6 on
I was gonna say if it was 6, it would be 6 and 1, which makes the 5, 2, 3,
here. Mm-hmm.
and the 10 would have to be 7, 3, and breaks that.
Yeah. But now 6
So
has to be one
6
of
has
these two, so gone from here.
no.
6, 7, 8, and 9. There's a bunch of high digits. 7, 8, 9 is gone. 1 and 2 is gone.
The
Try to
6
start
comes out in box 4.
box 4, 6 from
In column 3. Which goes across, takes out the 1 on the left side of that in the 7 cage.
right. 2 pairs with 1, 4, 6 has to pair with 3. Five, 6 pair means this is an 8. Paired with 4. 8 and 7 make 15. 6 and 3 1, 5, 2, 6, 2 pair, 6, 2 or 8, chains 2, 8 or 4, 6, 4, 2, 5, low digit, 2, 3, 2, 1, does nothing for that, 7s are gone, 4s are gone, 6 isn't allowed, neither of those, 6 paired with 7 to make 13, and that's a 5 paired with an 8, doesn't do anything for the whisper line, 2 pairs of 3, 1 pairs of 4,
Well, that's a 20 cage with a 3 in it in column 3.
right, so then we get 9, 9, 8, 6, 3, 7, 9, 1, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 pairs with 6, so 4, 8, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 4, apparently that was just a 7, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 5, 9, 1, not ones, 2, 3, 4, 1, that is a 4, that is a 7, 7 pairs of 8 to make 15, 5 pairs of 2 to make 7, 8, 7, 1, 3, 2, 9, 5s, 5, 5 here, 7, 9, well, 7 pairs with 8, so this is 6, 9, 8, and 7, 4, 3, 6, 4, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 1, 4, 7, 6, 2 over here, not a 5, probably remove the coloring.
Column 3 needs a 1.
4 and 6 and 3 and 8.
8.
4 and 7. I need a 2 and I need a 5. At 5 things. I need a 1, I need a 6. I need a 3. 4, 5, 6,
7 in row 4.
9, 8, 7, 8, 9. And there we go. All right. And then to finish off this 10 puzzle set from the 6 puzzles we did last week and the 4 this week is Whispering Cages by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and 3x3 box. Digits in a dotted cage without repeat. Sum to the total in the top left corner if given. Adjacent digits along a green line must differ by at least 5. The link.
Seven cage in column 2. 3 cell.
2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means we're missing 2 digits. And those 2 digits sum to 9.
9.
Because all of the digits 1 through 9 sum to 45. And if I subtract 9 from 45, I get 36. Or if you subtract 36 from 45, you get 9. So we know we have to have the digit 9 because you can't take out 9 and 0. So the two remaining or missing digits. Well, one thing I know is that these cells are equivalent to these. And actually, since I know that these are 45, and this is a 9-cell cage, that's the equivalent to this box here, this 36 cage and this green whisper line are identical digits. If we wanted to prove that real quick, then if I look at this row and this column, that's going to duplicate this. I'm also going to look at this row and this column, and I'm going to end up with a bunch of duplicates. And then I look at this row, this column, and then this box. So that's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did it wrong.
You have 4 red.
I want all of this to be blue. So then there's no double counting it. So if I look at the red set and the blue sets, they are identical because I have 4 boxes in blue and 2 columns and 2 rows in red for a total of 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9. We have some cells that are doubly counted, but if you think about them as being on like tiles that are collected in a couple of bags, a red bag and a blue bag, you just count these. You just write that whatever number would be on them twice, and you put them both in the red bag. So if I take out a cell, like say this one, I take it out from blue and I take it out from red, then both sets are still identical, right? They're all 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9, just missing whatever would be here, one from both sets. So they're still identical digits. So anything that is both red and blue, I can remove. This one here, where they're doubly counted, I can remove them from the blue group and remove one of their countings from the red group so that they're no longer purple. And then that shows that the red group and the blue group are identical digits regardless of the Sudoku puzzle you're in. And now with this red group here, we know that's all of the digits 1 through 9 because it's a 9-cell cage, which is equivalent to 1 box. And so that gives us this blue and this red are identical digits.
And red cannot have 5 in it.
That's correct, which means it also can't have
4.
So the 4 is also removed from the 36. So this has all of the digits except for 4 and 5. 4 and 5, which means these are the low digits, and these ones are the high digits. And can't put 6s in the middle, so 6s are going to be on the ends, which is going to be next to a 1. where do we go from here? I see Chip Sounder, you were putting in some messages but retracting them. I'm not entirely certain where box 1 and 9 cancel out. The cage in box 9 canceled, but you might be seeing something that I'm not. I do see that this 7 is pointing at this low digit, taking out 1 and 2. So we have a 3 here, a 2 here, a 1 there, making this one 6. This one has to be 7, and we have 8 and 9, surrounded with 3 cell. With that, what else do we have? Okay, Mike, go ahead and paint in the digits for this 12, 3, 4, 5, and 7, 8, 9. The right isn't 3 or 4, so 8 and 9 are removed from the left side. This is on a green line, so you can't have a 5, which would pair with the 7 on the right. If this was a 7, it would have to be 1 or 2, but that's removed from this 7 down here. So this can't be a 7, making this not a 5, and this is either 8 or 9, which actually just pairs with the 8 or 9 here. So if this was a 4, that would be 8 and 9, and a 3 would be paired with a 9 and an 8. Okay, so that works just fine.
In box 6, we know 5 can't go in blue, and it can't go in the 19 cage, so it's in one of the last 2. If you put 4 in the 19 cage, because you can't put it in blue, then it has to pair with 9, which leaves 6 left over, and you cannot have a high and a low that sum to 6. So that's a
Right.
4-5 pair on the outside.
And also the 4, the 2, 4, and the 1, 5 pair.
Yeah.
1, 6, 7?
1, 6, 7 are left in row 4. Are left in row 4.
So Chip Sounder says, what I meant to say was rows 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then take out box 1. And then columns 6, 7, 8, and 9 in contrast. And then, so that would be your blue would be left down here. And then similarly take out these and you get the same set equivalence theory. So there's a couple of different ways to get to the same location. This 9 here has to be from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No. That means quite yet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just have them painted in. 1, 2, or 7, 8, 9. Chip Sounder asks, where's 5 in row 6? And since it's not in blue, and it can't be on a green line, it has to be here. And similarly, where is it in row 5? Well, not on a green line, and... well, never mind. I just know it's not in red. I do have to have a 5 in here somewhere. So it's just along the middle. So not as helpful.
Look where 5s go in box 9 and 6.
Box 9 and 6. Well, the 5 has to be in the 4-5 pair. It can't be on the green line, so they line up to remove all the 5s from this group. takes 4s out of the 9 here. We get 5s left over. What are these 3 remaining cells? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this one has to be a 5. And then 6, 7 left over. This is 1 or 2. 7, 8, 9, not a 7. This is a 7 in the column. 1, 2, 3, 4, not a 2. This is the 2 in the box. Hmm. 5 is one of those 2. Oh, I guess the other way I could have ruled out the 4 and the 5 from the 9 from the 9 cage here in box 3 is that the 9 at the top has to have 4 or 5 in it. So if this had 4 and 5, that would be left 1, 2, 3, which is more. And I can't use 1, 2, 6 because this one over here. Or this 6 over here. Laura Smith says row 4, column 6, is not a 6. Because there would be a place of 1. So if that's a 7, this is 2, and 1 would be 8 or 9. And then 2 would be 7, 8, or 9, or 2, 3, 4.
7.
What else do we have? I have all of the digits but 4 and 5. Well, since I don't have a 4 in blue, that means this has to be a 4. So that's a 9. And then similarly, well, I guess not necessarily similarly, just going to place 4 as one of those 2, because that's all that's left once removing 4 from here. One, 2, 4, I think is what's left. In box 4.
In blue, 9 has to be in column 6, or in box 8, which puts 9. Yeah.
And make this not possible to be a 4, because then that would force
Right.
9 in the middle. So now, this one has to include a 5 now. So this is 1, 2, 5. Nope, that's
1, 3, 5.
Thank you.
And 3,
so
6 comes out of the 9 cage.
2 is removed from here. 3, 8 is paired going across. 3, 8, 1, 2, 7. These 2 can't be a 5, so I think this one has to be. This has to be one of these 3. That's already done, and that's on a green line, so that can't be a 5. 4, 6, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
8.
Laura Smith says 5 in box 5, and since we just ruled it out of the 9-cell cage here, it's going to force it to be here because it can't be in blue, and it also can't be because of this 5 over here.
Right. So in box 6, the 9 has to be in the 19 cage.
That's correct. And it's going to have to go across the middle. Can go ahead and mark it if I can click on the right things. There we go. I cannot have 4 or 5. So I have to have a 1. And then it's either 2, 7, or 3, 6. So I can't have an 8. Oops, wrong buttons. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9. Can't put a 6 in the middle.
Okay, if it starts with 7, because we can lay out how what it has to be. If it's 7, it has to go to 1 or 2, and then 9, and then 1 or 2. And it can't have 1 and 2 both in row 5 because that would break the beginning of row 5.
So this one couldn't be a 7.
It can't be 7.
But I could still put 7 and 9 down here, with this one being 1 or
Right.
2. Well, actually, this would have
If
to be a 2.
if it's 6, it's 6, 1, 9, 3.
Yeah.
If it's 1, then it can't have 6 in it.
Alright, this one would be a 3. This wouldn't be a 6. So then this one can't be a 3, because this is the only 6-3 pair. And you can't have 7 and 6, so 7's gone. So we can have 7 and 9 here, with a 2. A 2 and a 1. Now, this one can be 3.
Yeah,
That
6,
one
1, 9, 3.
So this
Right.
is 1 and 2. Or it's 6 and 9. And
With
if
a
it's
1,
6,
3.
9,
Yeah.
then yeah, 1 and 3. 3. The 7s and the 1, 2 have to be there. So I think I did that correctly. Chip Sounder says, can row 5, column 8 be a 9? But also, silly me, I'm thinking it's 17. So we are wrong sums there. That happens. 7 is one of those two. It being nearly 3 a.m. does make it more difficult to do mathematics. I know at the end of the stream, because it's approaching 10 o'clock here, my brain gets quite fuzzy. Laura Smith says, because of the whisper in box 2, we already have 8 in column 6. So 8 in row 5 is across box 5. We ruled it out of the 19, and it's not here, and so we have 8 as one of these two. And I guess I should have been looking at the 9-cell cage, because there's no 8 in here because of the 8, 9 here, and the 8 is one of these two, rules it out of there. So it would have to be one of these 3. We already ruled it out of this with the same 8, 9 pair that we ruled it out of there. So 8 is one of
Right.
those
And
two.
where you put it's 1, 6, 7, 8 would be what's left in the for that, which
Does that
for
mean this
that
one's fixed?
cage. Oh, never mind. 3. 3
1,
still
6, 7,
possible.
8, and 3. 1, 6, 7 is gone from there. 1, 6, 7, 8, and 3. But not 8, because we already discussed why.
Right.
Two, three,
One of
8,
those two
and
is
9.
9.
Oh, it can't be 8. It's 2, 3, or 9. 1, 3 removes
Top,
the 3
yeah.
option. Mm-hmm. Alright, well, what's left over here? 4 and 5. 9 we know for sure isn't here. I have to have 8. And it's either 2, 7 or 3, 6. Well, if this was 2, 7, then that would be 1 and 6, which is fine.
Where
What were you
does
going to say,
1 go
Mama?
in blue? Has to go in column
Oh,
6,
right.
which resolves the German whisper.
7, 3, 9,
No. 7 to 8.
8. You would think I would know how that works. 8 here, not an 8 there. 1, 6 pairs, maybe 7, 6. 1 is gone, so that's a 1. Also from 6. 3 here, 3 and 6 means 7, 2, 9, 6, 3, 1, 1, 6.
The 8, 9 in box 1 is resolved.
6, 9, 3, 8, 9, 3, 9, 4, 6, 4. Laura Smith says 3 and 8 look very similar, though. I appreciate the the optimism there, but I wasn't thinking about how they look. I
2
was
and 7.
just placing it, digits in.
1 and 4. And they're resolvable. The 1 in column 3.
Chip Sounder says I had a hidden triple in row 1, which I probably just needed to plug in the digits. Let's see. There's no 4, so 9, 1, and 6. And I can probably remove the coloring now. This can't be a 6, because that would be a 1, but there's already a 1 here, and also we had to place the 1 in here. I guess I could just simply place 3, 1, 6, 4, 2, 7, and 8. 7, 8, 1, 6, and 9, 3, 4, no, 5 doesn't go on that line, so that's a low digit, meaning this one's a high digit, a low digit.
Well, and it can't be 4 because it can't go to 9 on the
Right.
to the right.
3 pairs with 8. 8 or 9 here, with pairs with that 8 or 9, so this is what, 5 or 3? And that 3 fixes it. Still have 8 or 9, but also 7 and 6, I think. This one's high, so this one is low. apparently it can't be 2, or can't be 1 or 3. There's the 1 here and the 3 there. So that's a 2. This is 9. That's 6. 7, 2, not a 2 there. 4, 1, 2. 6 and 7, 9 are gone. 5, 4, 3. Doesn't fix that one yet. Chip Sounder says, I needed to pair 2, 8, and 9 in the row, and the 8, 9 pair in box 1 restricted it, or the 2, 7, 8, 9, which makes sense. This one is low. That's 3 apparently, so that's 9 and 8. It's gone from here. A 6, 8, and 9. 7, 2, 8. 7, 7. My keyboard will work with me. 7, 6, 8, 9, 8. Still have a 4, 5 pair that is unresolved. This 16, I need a 1 here. 2, 3, I need a 4. It's going to have to go here to finish the row, so that's done. 5 is here. 6 is going to be at the bottom, and a 7 to finish the puzzle. And there we go. All right. With that, it is almost 10 o'clock, and that the puzzles from last week and this week form a 10 puzzle set of what Chip Sounder, what was the theme of this set? Was it just cages? I'm gonna go over here to go back to the messages you sent me. Learning the ropes of Killer Sudoku. Here we go. And then next week we'll start a 20 puzzle set that Chip Sounder put together. Now I can see the chat again. Killer Sudoku and Friends. Awesome. The next set is all 6x6s with a unique twist, says Chip Sounder. So those should hopefully go pretty quickly. Try and get all 20 of them done in probably 2 weeks again. Since I should be streaming on Monday again. But with that, that is all of the things for today. So, I'm going to go ahead and go to the stream end screen. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you'd like to see more content on this channel, that is Sudoku on Mondays, usually at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you'd like to see single-player games played, that is usually on Wednesdays at around 4:30-ish. That one has more flexibility because it just depends on when I get home from work. But 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I play cooperative games on Saturdays at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be starting Hammerwatch 2 this Saturday. Aside from that, well, Wednesday, I forgot to say I was going to be playing more The Last of Us Part 1. But yeah, so you don't need to ring the notification bell, but it is appreciated. That way you get notified when streams happen, and if I ever go back and clip the puzzles, which I should do one of these days, and post them all individually, get some more content on the channel, hopefully. But yeah, with that, I think that's all the things. Can you think of anything, Mama?
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. Then have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day you're watching. And we'll see you next time.